You're listening to The Metal Lens. Life, the universe, and everything from a metal point of view.
And we're back.
We're back, guys.
Been a minute.
It's Friday.
It is Friday, July 3rd.
And I have to remember I'm speaking into a microphone.
Yes, that's right. Hey, I just thought of one of the benefits of COVID-19.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Built-in pop filter.
Yay!
Yeah.
Explosives.
Yeah.
Explosives.
Get those sibilant sounds get dulled a little bit.
Yeah, so, we've been out for a while and for obvious reasons.
Yeah. Shipping happening.
Yeah, and it's not like it's just here, it's everywhere, so. Yeah, we're being conscientious and wearing our masks to protect y'all. Because we don't want to infect y'all. Not that we're infected, but.
Right.
Just so we don't spread our sputum. Sputum.
Sputum. Yes. But that doesn't stop us from drinking. So.
Yeah, so that was one logistics on this show that we just wasn't gonna go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, well, how are we gonna drink and fuck it, we'll just drink.
Yeah. I still haven't figured it out yet. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if the should I go below the mask? Should I go above? Should I just take the damn thing off? Yeah.
I like these little neck gaiter things that are just a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, right on.
I can't handle that shit around my ears.
Yeah. Well, this is a little Etsy project, I believe.
I have big enough ears anyway.
Oh well, dude, I have ear problems insofar as like I can't wear earbuds. I cannot. They will pop out of my stupid little ears because I've got funky little odd shaped ears, I guess.
Mine are small too.
Yeah. But hey,
bigger topics afoot. Obviously,
wait, just bigger topics than our ears?
Yeah.
All right.
And why you can't wear earbuds?
Hey, dude, that's a big deal. This is like a lifelong handicap that I'm just gonna have to live with. You don't know that. Anyway, sorry.
All right. So, yeah, COVID-19. Here we are in the midst of it, and you could take what you will from it. Like everything else from the media guys, we're not going to get really political because we just said we wasn't ever going to do that here. But just take your information that you get from the high integrity people of the media, and that was probably my insulin pump beeping at me. And make your better judgment. Okay? I mean, as far as like social distancing, that's fine with me because I didn't like to get that close to fucking people anyway. You know those fucking people that just walk up to you and like when they talk to you want to talk right in your face.
Oh God!
It's like, get the fuck away from me, dude.
Bro.
And so that's all fine and dandy with me, and I don't have a problem wearing a mask when I go in public places.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of a strange thing, because it's like when you have something covering your mouth, I almost it like gives me the illusion that I can't talk. So I just kind of like nod like and just use hand signals like it's like I can talk and you can hear me, but I have something covering my mouth so I can't talk.
Yeah.
But you can. But so I really and look, hand sanitizer, bathe in it. Just don't light any cigarettes right after you do it because it is flammable.
And not.
Yeah, and don't fucking drink it. Didn't they have somebody that drank it?
I'm sure they did.
I think they did. I think I heard that. Somebody did fucking drink it. You do better off with mouthwash, I guess.
Good job, y'all.
Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, fucking people like that, they just, that's just Darwin. Just Yeah, you don't deserve to live anymore, fucker. Go ahead and drink it.
It's nature doing its thing.
Well, that's what I always thought about like, for a while there was a thing about the Tide Pods.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, if you're stupid enough to eat a fucking Tide Pod, just go ahead and die. That you shouldn't be reproducing any more stupid motherfuckers anyway. Just go ahead and just eat it and go away.
No.
And hopefully that whole bloodline will die with you.
Well, there's something to be said about everything that we do, and from safety precautions to the improvements in medical technology and stuff like that. But on one hand, we want to preserve lives and save lives and stuff like that. But on the other hand, if you gotta go, you gotta go. And you can only do so much. You go ahead and eat that Tide Pod and wash it down with some hand sanitizer.
Yeah. And goodbye.
Yeah. So, I'll point out also that you may notice an increase in there's a certain crispness.
Oh yeah.
And fine quality. Perhaps you're seeing wrinkles in my eyes that you weren't caught on camera before.
Every boil, pimple, scar.
Every imperfection. So since I'm not spending money on bars and pretty much anything other than food, I was able to order a nice new camera. So is there any reason to not promote it? I mean, it's a...
Yeah, no, there's no reason not to.
It's a GoPro, man.
It's GoPro,
dude.
It looks fantastic.
It's great. It's not a commercial or anything, but I mean, goddamn, I'm really happy with it. I mean, it sounds better too. It's better than that awful, knockoff piece of crap that I got before. So you can experience this now in 4K.
So we're constantly making large steps to provide quality broadcasting.
Indeed.
And here's the proof.
Yeah.
And we have both lights going, which takes a little bit to get your eyes used to it, but I'm kind of adjusted to it now. But
yeah,
the lights are very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're well illuminated, and you can probably see more of the room actually than previously.
Yeah, This is we're like always. We're in my Gorilla Studios.
There you
go. Home recording at its finest.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to the whole COVID-19 thing. Like I said, take the information that you get and use common sense. From the very beginning, they're like, well, it looks like this virus is airborne. Right from the start, I said, the only thing that's going to protect you is HEPA filtration. I've been asbestos certified. I'm very familiar with PPE and the different types and how they work. And, so I said right from the beginning, well, it's going to be HEPA filtration. If you don't have a sealed respirator, it could be a half face, one that you got to be clean shaven and seals tightly against your face. With HEPA filters, and then it's nothing else is going to help you. That's just a fact. I don't care what you hear or what other kind of bullshit is out there. It's got to be HEPA filtration, or it's not going to help. So consequently, a lot of the N95 masks that everybody's talking about, I mean, we've been using N95 masks. I've been knowing about N95 for 20-something years, okay?
Yeah.
Now it's a common term, N95 masks. So particularly what they are is is for dust, is what they're for. And not fine dust either. Like kind of household common construction debris, sawdust, things like that. And typically the way they're designed is they filter on the way in, not on the way out. And then you have the other ones that have that little plastic port. That's an exhaust port, in case you didn't know. And that will do absolutely fucking nothing. Okay? It will filter. It closes. It's a little piece of rubber, a little flap, and when you breathe in, it shuts, and it forces the air through the filter material of the mask. And then when you exhale, it opens, and it's for easier breathing. and then you exhale openly and freely. So for homemade, which aren't bad, and like see, I'm wearing the neck gaiter. This doesn't do a fucking thing. It just lets me go into a Walmart and Home Depot with a clear conscience. Okay, so for homemade cotton, a multi-layer cotton is probably your best option there, even though it's still gonna pass things. Like I said, if you don't have HEPA filtration, it's not gonna work. But see, cotton is a natural fiber, and it's unlike the synthetics like this is. The fibers that are woven, even though as tightly as they are nice and smooth. Cotton is fibrous, and you know what I mean? Kind of like a Christmas tree. If you look at it under the microscope, it
or
won't
like
be
pine needles or something.
Yes,
you can
yeah,
see
it
that
won't
it's
be
all
smooth
woven together. Yeah.
So that helps out a lot. Cotton is just an incredible material for anything, really. Just the main thing is stay the fuck away from people. That's what's going to save you. Stay the fuck away from people. Which, like we were talking about before, not a problem for me. I mean, I didn't like fucking being around people any fucking way. You got them fuckers that like to talk to you and they get right in your face. You're like, Jesus fucking Christ, I'm about to fucking headbutt you in the teeth. Not a problem. Shaking people's hands and stuff, I wasn't really all that, like, friends and people I knew, but like people you don't know, it's like, hey man, what's going on? And it's like, I don't know where your fucking hand's been. And this is before COVID, you know.
Yeah,
I didn't.
Is nothing new.
No, I don't. I
think I might shake your hand like once a year on like New Year's.
Yeah, you know, I'm not a touchy feely kind of guy, and I don't like fucking people who are, you know. So yeah, just use your common sense.
Yeah.
And you know, don't fucking gather around people. In close quarters, that's the whole key right there. Mm-hmm. Now, getting slightly political. Do I think the numbers are inflated? Yes. I think there's no doubt. Is this thing getting worse coming up to an election? Yes, it is. Is that related? I won't say either way, but you make your determination. If a certain person wins an election, will it go away? Probably. There's a lot of bullshit. I know for a fact a lot of people go into a hospital and die for unknown causes, and it just goes as a COVID death. That happens. I know people that work in hospitals. That is absolutely happening. Mm-hmm. So, you know, just be smart. Stay the fuck away from people.
Yeah. Most of all him.
Yeah. I'll headbutt you in the teeth.
Dude, when you were talking about that, my mind kept flashing back to like going to Burmasters.
Oh,
on
any
like
fucking
a weekend.
Any bar, dude. All the shows.
Any bar, but
all
like,
the shows we used to play, and drunk motherfuckers come up to you and they're like right here, like, it's like, motherfucker. You just fucking elbow them.
Dude, I mean, the number of times that I've been spit on in the face, I mean, I'm not talking like aggressively. Right. I'm talking about like somebody, hey man, you guys are, you know.
And you could see it come out of their mouth and land on you somewhere. It's like,
I can feel it, man.
And like, you completely don't listen. You stop listening to what they say, and you can follow and go. And you're like, motherfucker, something just flew out of your mouth.
I was never listening to what they were saying anyway, man. No, I mean, I'm just thinking of, you know, that, and boy, it's second wave, right?
Yeah, I guess.
More like
second wave, whatever. There'll probably be a third wave right up until November. Just saying. It's a prediction.
This isn't politics, it's paranoia.
Yeah.
I love it. Dude, well, dude, I mean, I hear what you're saying, so it makes me wonder, like, why am I wearing this thing right now?
Well, and sure, and yeah, absolutely. And look, like, as far as, like, sneezing and coughing and, like, that fucker, and you see that, you know, you're fucking stupid, and you know, it'll stop that. It'll stop that, and they're good for that. But if someone is infected with the virus, and you're in close quarters breathing the same air they're exhaling, this and that is not going to fucking help you. N95 mask is not going to help you.
Yeah.
They had this big push about these things for hospitals. And it kind of had me thrown for a bit, but then I started really thinking about it. I'm like, it's probably for fucking liability and insurance reasons. You know what I mean? That the fucking people in the hospitals aren't running around with homemade fucking masks. You know what I mean? How would that look for people going in there? They have to have the professional type shit.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's probably what that is. But no, the only thing that's going to help you is a sealed. I forget the models. A couple of different people make them, but like a half-face respirator with HEPA filters, the ones with the screw-on filters on the side like that.
Right.
And it got to be the HEPA. If you have the chemical one, the one for chemicals, it's not going to help you.
That's right.
It's got to be the HEPA filters, and that's HEPA filtration is the only thing that's going to stop that.
All right. That's it.
So that's all I got to say about that.
The more you know.
There you go.
Yeah.
Educating.
Yeah. Yeah. This is what we're here for,
Uh-huh.
ladies and germs. So it freaks me out because, like I was telling Troy earlier before we started rolling, that there was a couple interns who tested positive, although asymptomatic, like completely. One of them was like, "Oh yeah, I lost my taste or smell for like 1 day, and that was it. No cough, no discomfort, nothing."
Yeah.
And it's the weirdest thing, dude. And so since then, like I'm like. Right. Every little itch and every little thing that could possibly go wrong is oh no, that's it. At the end, I've got coronavirus. But I mean, nothing's really changed, and it's fucking with me because since the last episode, the world fucking ended a few times over. So like over the last couple of weeks, I think they've been having that Saharan dust in the air, allergies, a lot of rain. So there's mold, and so my sinuses and my throat get a little sensitive, and so they'll start to feel irritated.
That Saharan dust is not anything uncommon. It happens almost every year. It's just this year it's kind of severe. And what a good thing to happen when there's a pandemic of respiratory disease, which attacks your respiratory system. Yeah, of course.
So of course I'm driving around paranoid as crazy as dude. I'm just losing my mind. But it's so either it's a response to what's in the air. Right? Or I've got it, and it's very mild, and I'm just passing it along to everybody I encounter, and they aren't getting sick, or maybe they are, because in 2 weeks, who the hell knows? You know what I mean?
Or perhaps the information you were being given is fucked up.
I don't know, man. I'm going to keep wearing my stupid mask in public
to ensure, fear. But they wouldn't do that. They're nice people.
Why would they? They've got nothing to gain.
Yeah, nothing. So, henceforth, I don't want to talk about this anymore.
All right. Well, it would be stupid to ignore it and not bring it up.
Yeah. Well,
because
sure.
I mean, it's been the reason why we haven't recorded in like 4 months or something like that.
Right.
We did try to do a Zoom because Zoom is now the in thing. Boy, all those people who bought stock in Zoom like a year ago, they're making out like bandits right now, huh?
Yeah.
But that didn't go. It was laggy, and the quality was shitty, and it just kept cutting out. And we just had to put it on hold.
Yeah, we feel we need to deliver a better product to you people.
You people is what this is all about.
Yep, you people.
And the product, you make a good enough product, and the product sells itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's economics or something.
So speaking of you people,
we
got that whole race thing going on. We are in the South, so we are racist.
Oh, that race thing. I didn't know immediately what you were talking about because I am from the South.
Yeah. So.
Oh, can I just go ahead and jump in with an example of
Sure.
that? I know we normally don't do this, but guess who's changing their name?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Dixie will no longer be Dixie Bear.
Yeah.
The Confederate battle flag will no longer be on the Mississippi state flag.
Yeah.
They're tearing down monuments.
Yeah.
Which
That
they
goes
can.
here. That goes here.
Whatever. Honestly, I don't have an opinion of it either way. The stupidest thing about the whole thing,
Yeah.
I mean, and it's kind of one of those unified things, like, everybody knows what happened to Mr. Floyd was fucked up.
Yeah.
Nobody's denying that.
Yep.
He was handcuffed. Once you're handcuffed, where's he gonna go? What is he gonna do? The fuck is handcuffed? He won't go in the car, call in for a wagon, throw him in the fucking wagon. End of story. Okay, but
Yeah.
Black people are pissed, and I can't blame them for being pissed. Black people are absolutely treated differently. I'm guilty of it myself. It is one of those things, but the defunding of the police. That's got to be the stupidest knee-jerk reaction, and actually trying to go through with that in Minnesota, and I'm glad they're doing it way the fuck up there, because I gotta tell you something. So what would happen if you don't have any police?
Well, I don't know, but I don't understand what they mean by defund the police, because that can't mean completely dismantling the police force.
Yes, that's what they want.
I'm sure some people want that, but I can't imagine they're in the majority.
Yeah, it might be another one of those politically driven things, just to invoke anarchy.
It's that's the thing, dude. I was about to say, like, they do have people who believe that the entire country should be dismantled. They have people who believe that money should go away. They do have people who believe that, everybody should be that and universal basic income, and that everybody should be entitled to, and we're getting, I guess, political, but I mean, there's arguments, on both sides, and I just the whole I'm seriously asking because I don't know, and like all I know is two tidbits of information. Okay, that the phrase "defund the police" exists. Mm-hmm. Okay, and I'm not being naive here. I'm being very literal. These are the very few things that I know about this idea. That the phrase exists. That some people believe that it means there are those who want that all police forces should be completely dismantled, like I said, and there are people who believe that that is not what it means. That it means something else. So it's a So which one is right? I don't think either of them is right.
Well, what else would it mean?
I don't know. That's the thing.
If they don't have any funding, they're not.
Because
when someone is breaking to your house, you have no one to call. They're not coming.
Right.
So you'll be forced to take the law into your own hands. And if you do it properly or not, no one's coming to investigate it.
I can't believe that anybody would
it's just
really
absolute,
think that that's a good idea.
It's just absolute absurdity. I can't believe it either.
Well, the problem with it is
absurd.
It's absolutism.
Yeah.
What you said is absolute absurd. Is absolutely absurd because it is an absolute idea. And I refuse to believe that the majority of people, really think that like all police should just be dismantled.
The one thing I can get behind is police reform.
Oh, I'm totally on board with that, dude.
And here's I'm gonna go off on a small bit of rant here, because it's gonna be a short one, I promise. But okay, so it just goes into, and look, Black Lives Matter, this, that, whatever. Yeah, fine. I'm not gonna come up here and say all lives matter. I understand that it's one-sided.
Yeah,
I get it. I can't help the way I was born, or you can't help the way you were born, and I know it's not fair. I understand, but the thing is, you just got to step back and look at it as a fucking whole, and with the priorities of this fucking country. Okay, when you got pop stars, movie stars, professional athletes that are making millions and millions and millions of fucking dollars, and you got teachers, educators, police, and fire department that don't make squat.
Mm-hmm.
So my response to that is, fuck the NFL, and as much as it pains my fucking heart, is fuck all professional sports, and fuck all movies. Okay? MLB, Major League Baseball, is deep rooted, and I fucking love the fuck out of it. But I will watch nothing but college from here on out. I will not support fucking MLB. I will not support NFL, NBA, NHL. None of them motherfuckers that are making millions of fucking dollars to play a child's fucking game when police and fire department and educators, talking about fucking school teachers, don't make fucking shit. There's no sense of fucking priorities of what's important with fucking movie stars that go up there and play make-believe for a fucking living, make millions of fucking dollars. It's fucked up. And school teachers don't make shit. Fuck you.
Dude, I love this. This is a great rant.
And that's my take on it, okay? You know,
yeah, man.
Black lives probably don't matter in this country. And there's probably a lot of other lives that don't fucking matter in this country. And there's definitely a fucking... the priorities of this country is definitely fucked up.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no fucking doubt about that. But, in saying that, it is still the greatest place to fucking live in. And on that, I am going to make a drink.
There you go.
And I have a special. I'll make it over here.
Ooh, okay.
But I do have a special surprise.
Special surprise. Hand sanitizer surprise.
Yes.
Purell colada, perhaps. Oh, Jesus Christ! We're all going to hell, Troy.
Yeah. Probably so. That's okay. As long as they got whiskey in hell, I'll be fine.
Well, not the actual hell, though. I mean, it's like, it's crazy. I hear you, man, and man, you know, like Nicole, she, you know, I mean, she's getting very, very understandably, you know, kind of fed up with her employer and their bullshit. And she, you know, we talk every once in a while and like,
me too.
Get some ideas and shit like that. Yeah, really. She threw out the idea of, like, she said the word teacher, and I said, stop it right there. Please do not. You do not. Ooh. That shut me up. Please do not be a teacher, man. Yeah. It's not even about the money, although that's a pretty fucking important part of it.
I finally found it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Beep.
Finally found it.
Yeah, I'll beat myself out. 28:30. Okay, that stuff right there, I've been wanting to try for the longest time, but haven't gotten around to it. But it says small batch. Is this a particular? Are they all? Is this? Oh
no, they make several. Yeah, this is just the one that I found.
Oh, okay.
Not exactly the one that I wanted to try, but it's the first bottle of that stuff that I seen for sale at the places that I go. So I said, it's surprisingly light and kind of crisp, kind of.
I like it. I like this a lot. Is there anything? Did you add water? Did you?
Nope.
There's no bitters in here.
Nope. Right at the bottle, baby.
A cube, and this is delicious.
Yeah, it's really smooth and light.
It is.
It's got a nice little bite to it, but it's not harsh at all.
No, it isn't. There's a sudden, like the first second and a half is got a sweetness to it, but then everything else just kind of chases that.
It finishes very clean.
Yes, it is. Yes. Look at this. Dude, Thank you. This is really good shit. I am buying a bottle of that. No doubt.
They make several different runs.
Okay, well, I'm going to have to try several different varieties.
Oh, yes. That's nice.
The finer things in life.
So,
Yes. Well, I don't have any news because anything new that I might have collected hasn't is expired and nothing's been going on.
And I had stopped. I had a news feed running, and I was like,
I will tell you one really cool bunch of shit that has been going on that's been kind of cool because we all know like the live music scene is fucked. Yeah, it has been for like months now.
It's fooked.
Yeah, but dude, the fucking the bands and the guys from Anthrax have been doing a lot of this. They'll do the jam at home shit.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they'll collaborate with like different people.
Yeah,
and so
that's been cool.
Oh, dude, I think Charlie and Dan and Scott. Okay, I'm sorry, Charlie Benante and Scotty.
I've seen
from
Scott
Anthrax.
do a few things.
Scott absolutely did a few things. Charlie did a few things. Dan Loco did a few things. I think they're just kind of collaborating and bringing different people and stuff. They did fucking March of the SOD. As one of their things, that dun, 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 dun. And I think that's what they did. But they've been doing a bunch of them, dude. And it's been really fucking cool. I saw a few of them. There was a cover. Oh, Dead Embryonic Cells, Sepultura. Somebody covered Dead Embryonic.
I did see that.
One?
Yep.
That one was really good. I'm trying to remember what else. Damn, I kept it. It was one of those things I kept telling myself. Well, you'll remember this. You don't have to write it down.
But yeah. So the only thing I've really, or at least a common theme that's been going on in the news that I tend to give a shit about is the discovery of planets. And science is kind of pushing ahead now. They're getting somewhere with dark matter. They still don't quite understand it yet, but they learned a lot more than what they used to know about it. And exoplanets, Earth-like planets.
I love it.
Some is as close as 11 light years away. And they ran a couple of simulators, or calculators, really, and this one guy came up with this thing of, and that's kind of like what I was saying, many podcasts ago, was just, okay, so you look at all of these planets that they found, and at least in each planetary system, there tends to be at least one, if not two, rocky planets that are kind of Earth-like, and there's hundreds of them, of Earth-like planets, thousands of new ones that they're finding all the time, and so that heightens the probability of just by fucking chance, that. And I think the probability has gone up to about 35 to 1. So it's almost like roulette fucking chances. Roulette chances are 36 to 1 on there being some sort of life and it actually being intelligent.
Yeah.
And so that's basically, taking a $5 chip and going and spin the wheel.
Yeah.
36 to 1, baby.
There's pretty good odds.
Considering that's pretty high odds.
Like
so there's been a lot of stuff about that.
That's exciting.
That I've been noticing.
Yeah.
And if you doubt aliens and intelligent life out there, it's more than likely.
More than likely. I mean, we talked about Fermi's paradox a bunch here before, but I mean...
Love those paradoxes.
We talked last time we hung out, because occasionally outside the podcast, we actually enjoy one another's company. Well, I came to borrow your truck to pick up some lumber, but, wound up turning into like a hours-long visit or whatever.
Lumber often brings people together.
Lumber does, yes. That's why I have "Bring the Wood" tattooed on my back.
On the small of your back.
Let me go ahead. Timestamp 3447. Edit that stupid comment out. I'm not really doing that. Anyway, we brought up Fermi's paradox before, and we've talked about. We were talking about the other day. Just those moments where you go camping, you're outside the city lights and you're just out in the middle of nowhere and it's dark. The only light source is your own flashlight, and you turn everything off and you look up at the sky. It's a clear night and you just see like countless stars in the sky.
There's so many stars.
So many
almost
fucking stars.
Blots out the black of night.
Exactly. And you got to think each of those stars is a system.
Yeah.
Of potential planets.
That has
that
planets.
alone is just mind-bogglingly. Well, it makes it seem so naive to think that we're
I think a lot of people just look at them as just stars. They're just stars in the sky. Well, what they prominently are is that's what our sun is.
Yeah.
Those are suns.
Right. Yeah,
is what they are.
Every single one of them is a sun. With potentially a system with
a big gravitational pull.
Yeah.
That's pulling shit together and making an orbit around it.
Who knows how many of them have that one lucky habitable zone where one lucky planet has evolved a species that could be colonizing, the next planet,
Right.
Who knows? It's fucking crazy to think about, that's part of what's wrong with people nowadays. Say I on my soapbox. Like, people just don't, we kind of lost our desire to dream and to just kind of be open to really cool shit like that.
Well, to wonder.
To wonder, absolutely.
Nobody wonders about shit anymore. They just
they just get caught up on, serious shit. But dude, so I believe, all right, I was reading about these. Now I can't remember what era it was in history. We're talking millions and years of years ago. This is sea life, underwater life. Dude, how strange and alien it looked. Some of the fossils that we've discovered and some of the evidence that we have is just like these strange, very alien-looking things. These things existed. Obviously, we're not, contemporaries of us, but we know they existed,
right.
And they are just bizarre. They're not unprecedented, but I mean, they lived in an epoch, a period of time that very, very few things existed before them, and very few things existed. I think I want to say, like the horseshoe crab, might be an example of something that is pretty similar. To those old things, but if you really go into like the fucking rabbit hole of evolution and see how life organizes itself, like I believe that you can conclude that life not only is very likely, but I think it's inevitable. I think life is nothing more than a consequence of just the laws of physics and the way that they're tuned.
Yeah. So you got all these stars out there you look at, and then so they all have planets on them, and the ones that are way too close to the sun are too hot, and then the ones that are too far away are too. They got a bunch of them. They got hundreds of them that are right in the Goldilocks zone, which is just where we are.
Right.
But then you might have one that might have like a what is it, like a red, not a red dwarf, a white dwarf, or something, which is a lot more unstable because I believe ours is a red dwarf. And
I think we got a yellow giant.
Yellow giant, yeah. Okay,
maybe.
so it might be a red dwarf, and those are really more likely to be unstable. So if you have a rocky-like planet that has an atmosphere, given the unstability of that red dwarf star or sun, all it takes is one nice big solar flare and shoot, there goes the atmosphere. Well, that planet's fucked. No life happening there.
Whoops.
So meteor showers and stuff like that, And so there's a lot of improbability there. But I mean, even though life started here as just a chance, a small probability of a chance.
Right.
Like you said, there was some microorganisms floating around in the ocean, and then chemical reactions happened with the thermal vents coming up from the ocean floor that changed different, made compounds and had chemical reactions, and then it changed that organism into a multi-cell organism, and then a couple of million years later we're crawling out of the ocean and onto land. But given the vast, it's if I go to Yankee Stadium and try and hit a baseball out of a park, give me enough chances and I'm going to do it.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, the sun is a yellow dwarf.
Yellow dwarf. Okay.
Yellow dwarf. I knew it was yellow, but I guess it is a dwarf because when you look at these, comparison images, like, see if I can pull up this image. That's too small. Yeah. So that's our sun, which you can't even make out because it's like a pixel, and that I believe is Betelgeuse, which is like the largest sun. I mean, and they do, and then you've got. Yeah, that's next to you. That's next to you too. So you've got yellow, you've got blue, you've got red. They come in blue.
Oh, nice.
Which is very pleasant around the holidays, I would imagine.
I'd like to have a blue sun.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, dude. I mean, the thing about the problem with probability is that it's not a very acceptable
Right.
concept for people. People are uncomfortable with the idea of probability. You know what I mean? Like we like certainty. We love it. I did a lot of thinking when I was doing my gambling treatment, my problem gambling treatment in those days. But like things like randomness and uncertainty and chaos, and people just like, oh, they don't like it very much,
No.
And when they think about things like probability, they kind of automatically gravitate towards misinterpreting that as certainty, as something that's more graspable. You know what I mean? Like they think like, okay, so like, yeah, the probability is pretty high that there is life out there. Okay. But the scale of it, I think, is what people have a problem with. It's like, yeah, probably, life took so long to get to where we are, but that's only so long compared to like our experience and our lifespan.
Yeah. So we know it took what, after we became stable enough, it took like what, I don't know. Was it like 3 or 4 billion years to form life or something? It had to be longer than that. But either way, so the closest prospect for life that they've discovered is about 11 light years away. And what that means is if we could travel at the speed of light, which we can't, which is something like 83,000 fucking miles per hour.
Yeah, pretty quick.
It would still take 11 years to get there.
Yeah. It's a hell of a trip.
I'll volunteer.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. All right, dude.
You imagine dropping acid in space? Dude.
I can only imagine.
Fucking cranking some Ted Nugent. Got me in a stranglehold, baby.
I don't know, man. I'm thinking Sabbath.
leaning back. Oh, yeah.
If I'm
dude,
tripping
for
on
sure.
acid, dude, and I'm doing that for 11 years, traveling at the speed of light, I'm gonna have to put me on some from fucking Sabbath.
And then, of course, you got to pull that speed. You got to pull that Spaceballs fucking gag. It's like, when was then now? I don't know. It was just then. When? You just missed it.
When? Just now. When will now? Wait. When will then become now? Soon.
Love that movie.
Classic. Good shit, man. Dude, I think about, like, I know there's like, it's going to be like a ton of like heroes and celebrities that we're going to witness die, unless we die first. Yeah. But I mean, we're going to witness dying. It's going to be pretty,
unless we die first, you fuckers.
Go ahead. Try it. Try us. All right. It's going to be pretty hard. But dude, okay, let's think about like, I think, maybe a few actors, certainly some musicians kind of hit me hard when they died. Like Michael Jackson didn't hit me hard, but it was just weird. Like, I wasn't surprised, but it was just like, what the fuck? Jackson, his entire, like the entire second half of his career was just a big WTF.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And his life was just as strange. Prince can kind of hit me hard, dude. Prince was a...
Here comes the bad jet blimp.
Oh.
Prepare to attack on the count of 3. 1. We'll find them, catch them. Yes, sir. Prepare ship for light speed. No. Light speed is too slow.
Ludicrous speed.
Too slow? Yes, we're gonna have to go right to ludicrous speed. Ludicrous speed. Sir, we've never gone that fast before. I don't know if the ship can take it. What's the matter,
Colonel Sanders? Chicken.
Prepare ship. Prepare ship for ludicrous speed. Fasten all seatbelts. Seal all entrances and exits. Sir, had you better buckle up? Now buckle this.
I think we're looking at a copyright violation. I am not going to superimpose higher quality audio for this one.
Isn't it right after this?
They passed up the Lone Star.
Take a 5-minute break. Very good, sir.
And so now they have to find him again. So they're like, they pull out the video. Is this the whole movie?
No.
Okay.
Well, it was the ludicrous speed
Right.
clip, but what I'm looking for is right after the ludicrous speed
No, I understand.
part.
They've gone to plaid.
Yeah.
You think my favorite line in that movie is, "What's your name?" Barf. Your full name?
Bartholomew.
Oh,
Joan Rivers was the fucking
Jesus.
robot.
That's true, right?
Stop looking up my can.
Yeah, David Bowie's death hit me too. That one hurt.
Man, I can't think of any ones that really.
It's just weird to think about. Like David Bowie, like Jesus Christ, he was fucking still vital, and then all of a sudden he's just dead. I mean, that's life. I understand it happens, but I mean, certain people, you were just going to see them kind of.
I don't think anybody predicted Patrick Swayze,
That one was kind of weird.
and he went rough too. Pancreatic cancer.
Oh,
That's
Jesus.
a bad way to go.
Fuck yeah.
I tried to make the whole podcast without tobacco, but I just can't do it.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
It's like me and booze.
Yeah. But anyway,
You only drink so much Perrier, y'all, before I have to go ahead and
But anyway, so
fall off the wagon.
what have you been listening to lately?
Did you get my text?
What have you been spinning? Yes.
What are they called again?
Intent. What is it?
Hang on. Let me find my text message.
Transit method.
Transit method. Yeah. Dude, okay. Did you check them out?
Yeah.
Dude.
I liked them, but the strange thing is like when you look at the album art, and I've always had an issue with this. It's like the album art. You should be able to look at the album art and be like, okay, I know what kind of band this is. And it kind of threw me because I wasn't expecting that from the album art.
Okay, because I did not even see their album art. I didn't even
Yeah.
look at it. I was just watching YouTube videos. But I mean, they I don't know how much they belong on on this show. You know, because they're not really a metal.
What is that? What is that? I mean, that looks like a old death metal fucking.
Well, you know, I mean, that reminds me of. No, in fact, that logo, yeah, that's got to be. I want to see more album covers because.
Well, I think there's only one other one.
Oh, really? I mean, that total. Oh, what is the band? Accept has a similar logo.
And that looks straight up like a doom band.
That looks like fucking like prog rock from the 70s, but
That's a straight up doom band cover, and they're not really that.
and they're not even fucking.
So that's the only thing. I did like them, but it just threw me up. Like, oh, fucking right, some doom metal. I'm like, oh wait, that's not.
No, that's not at all. I mean,
It just threw me off, and that's why it's kind of important to have choose your album art, because we are visual creatures.
yeah.
We judge something by the cover and not what's in it automatically.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're perusing through Bandcamp, you're like, fuck, I know what that is. Fuck, another doom band, pussy singing, blah, blah. Ooh, that looks like fucking death metal. Yeah, that's definitely fucking death metal. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, that looks fucking cool. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, well,
and
dude,
that's how you do it.
it's like what we were talking about. Like we keep bringing it up, but Sepultura Arise.
Yeah,
That is like one of the most compelling album covers ever. You see that, and you're like, okay,
Didn't know who Sepultura was. I saw it,
if
and I
this
grabbed it.
sounds the way that looks,
It's mine.
it's totally worth the money.
Right. So, yeah, it is important. It's got to kind of go with what you're doing.
Well, the thing about them is, I don't know, like they yeah, I agree. Just looking at those two examples, inconsistent.
Yeah.
You know, the music is kind of inconsistent, so maybe that's kind of what they were trying to communicate.
Yeah.
But the music, I mean, I listened to a few of their tracks. First of all, every song that they do is pretty good. Their style is really hard to define. I said that it was like a metally, grungy,
Kind of like alternative, but heavier.
prog. I don't know.
Yeah.
The vocals make it a little bit like less metally, I guess.
Yeah.
But the fucking guitar work in some of the songs are fucking great.
Yeah, so that's Transit Method.
Yeah.
Give it a spin and check it out.
Dude, I heard them. I was like, whoa, I'm quite impressed by these guys. And then they make interesting videos too. Like obviously, well, they could have recorded them on a GoPro. I don't know. They're fine quality. They're a step above, you know, some of the you know, the fucking like underground tape trading shit that we got, you know, when we were Utes. But I don't know. They very much piqued my interest, and I'm going to continue to check them out.
Yeah, I've been listening to a lot of, I mean, we've mentioned them before, Immortal Bird. They got this album that came out in 2019. I've been desperately waiting to see if they came out with anything new. It doesn't look like it. But, man, they're heavy. They got some black metal elements. Really fucking good, but the songwriting and the way they structure their songs is fucking magnificent. Extremely thoughtful and talented the way they structure their songs. Really fucking it's craftsmanship. The way they start out and they get a little crazy and black metal-y, and then they bring it all together and they end it nice. It's just the way they do things is very tasteful.
Immortal Bird.
Immortal Bird.
Immortal Bird.
Yeah, really, really good.
Okay.
Been enjoying the fuck out of them lately.
Yeah.
That's my grass cutting music.
Nice. Oh man, I wish I was better prepared. I know there was a tech metal band, like just kind of technical death, like really kind of proggy actually, that I've listened to, but I didn't write it down.
Yeah, well, I mean, the things are kind of, so nobody's touring and nobody's really doing much, so, a lot of people aren't putting out anything. I guess everybody's just kind of hanging back.
You know what? I'm still waiting for the new Megadeth to come out.
Yeah.
I'm interested to hear what that shit's gonna come. Have you seen Dave Mustaine lately? By the way.
Oh, I know he looks horrible.
Well, he is. He definitely looks significantly more aged than like his contemporaries, but he's kind of rocking a beard right now, and I think it kind of suits him.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen him with a beard.
He looks pretty tight. He kind of looks like a fucking pirate captain or something.
One thing did come out that we were waiting for.
What's that?
Is Danzig does Elvis. Danzig sings Elvis.
That's out.
It's out. It's fucking out,
shit,
dude.
I haven't heard that.
Oh
yet.
yeah, dude. Oh wow, he does that song.
What?
Okay, always on my mind.
What? Willie Nelson?
Maybe I didn't treat
Oh.
But as good as I should have.
Maybe I didn't love you.
It's got a weird kind of like Twin Peaks kind of vibe. Like David Lynch produced this recording.
Things I should have said and done.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't hear this, I suggest you get onto the internet right now and listen to Willie Nelson's
Cleopatra Records?
Always on my mind.
Wow, weird.
It's bizarre. Danzig sings Elvis, but was that a Willie Nelson original, or was it originally an Elvis song?
I thought it was Willie Nelson.
I know it is a Willie Nelson song.
Here's Pocket Full of Rainbows. It's just...
Dude.
Here you go.
One night.
Okay, now this is kind of what I was expecting.
Right. But yeah, and anybody that knows me knows that I'm a big Danzig fan. I just pretty much love everything the guy does.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think Danzig 4 was completely underrated. It is a great album. I think the first Danzig album and the second one, Lucifuge, is really good. 3 had some good highs and points on it, but some of it was kind of a little weird. But 4 is fantastic. 4 is a fantastic album, and it seems like a lot of people forgot about Danzig after 3, and then he put out another one. He put out Danzig 4, and it is really good. It's just as good as 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
Danzig sings Elvis.
There's a trick.
Which and we've talked about it before because and everybody knew that was coming anyway because that used to be he had a nickname, the Evil Elvis.
Yeah.
Because basically what that came from is I don't even know if it's probably pointless for me to even play it, but
that one track off of the live album.
No, it was off of Legacy Brutality, which is my favorite Misfits album.
Okay.
Walk Among Us can go eat fucking dicks. Legacy Brutality is one of, and I think it was either honorable mention or it was on the list of our top 50 albums. Fantastic fucking album. And the last song on that was American Nightmare.
Okay.
And that's got the Elvis fucking swing to it, boy.
Okay, yeah.
And it's just, yeah. And so that's where it came from. So everybody knew that this was eventually coming sooner or later. But yeah, I mean, he's put out tons of shit. He hasn't really slowed down hardly at all. But yeah. We was waiting for that to come out, and it finally did.
All right. I don't know. I guess I didn't think about it until now, but I'm so interested in this macabre recording that was supposed to have come out. I mean, we mentioned that a couple
Yeah.
months ago, but
What's that smell?
yeah, I know.
Did something die?
Yeah. Oh boy. Well, I think we should go ahead and slow things down here a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, Troy. I mean, I'd like to continue to do this every couple of weeks again. You know, but the 2020 has been a remarkable year. Remarkable. Many people can and will continue to remark. Remarks will be made.
Remarks will be made.
Yeah, honestly, I'm just waiting for a fucking meteorite to just come crashing down and
and and that was the funny thing,
Gunnery burst
like especially at work with me when everybody was bailing out of work.
Yeah.
And tensions were getting high, and this was probably maybe a month after it really kind of broke out.
Mm-hmm.
It got serious, know. It was strange. Nobody was going anywhere. A lot of people were out of work. I was going into work and I was the only one on the road almost.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of Katrina-esque. And it was like, fuck, dude, this is just the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
And always remember this, you peoples, and I mean that in a loving way. Remember one thing. No matter what seems to happen and what horrible things, pandemics, fucking riots, fucking this, that, social unrest, fucking all this shit that goes on, remember one thing. We are at the top of the... Human beings are on the top of the fucking food chain for one particular reason. We are the most adaptable species on the face of the fucking earth.
Mm-hmm.
We can adapt to any climate, to any situation. We can adapt to anything. We adapt and we overcome. It's what we do as a species. And that's why, as a species, we have been... It includes blacks, yellows, fucking reds, fucking everybody. Okay? And that's why we're so successful as a species, because we adapt to whatever is fucking thrown at us, and we thrive in that environment. So, always remember that.
Why,
no matter
Troy?
what gets thrown your way.
Does that include me too?
It does.
Uh-huh.
Brown.
Thanks for that. Appreciate it. Well, now it's about an hour, and I've just been reduced to a color, and
Only took an hour.
only took an hour. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ, dude! Salute. This shit is tight.
Yeah, we're gonna.
We'll go ahead and refill.
We're gonna hit this again.
Yeah,
before we
don't
go.
anybody think that when the camera stops, the booze, the flow stops.
No, it actually kicks up a gear.
No, it actually does. The booze must flow. No, this was a hell of a return. I liked it. This is a cool episode. I'm glad to be back here in this room officially and broadcast to all the potentially dead people, because who the fuck knows what's going to happen.
Right,
At least by
right.
the time I finally upload this shit. But honestly, now...
Yeah, by the time we upload this podcast, you may be dead. So might we.
Exactly. So the point is, just drink up and, live well and...
Drink up and stay the fuck away from people.
There you go. That's the... Yeah.
That's the number one thing that's going to keep you safe in this pandemic. Stay the fuck away from people.
Social distance. Keep your distance. And for God's sake, stay the fuck away from us.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. And with that, we will call it an episode.
It's an episode.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, episode.
Again,